Shalom, my brothers and sisters. Shalom. My name is Symmanayah, and these are my last breath. Symmanayah's last breath. And as I mentioned before in previous recordings, if this is your first time listening, that many believers, many of us can agree that we are in the last days. So if we are in the last days, could it not be so that these are our last breaths? And with that said, I am compelled to present you the things that are pressed upon me, as I believe the Spirit of Yahusha have influence. Thus, let me continue on. Again, today is May 7th, 2013. My name is Symmanayah, and these are my last breaths. This segment I want to mention is a call, is a provocation to those who consider themselves professionals, educated, and or entrepreneur of Yashar'al. Where are you? Again, professionals, educated, and entrepreneurs of Yashar'al, where are you? Was Noah given instructions, skills, and abilities for executing a plan from the Most High Yahuah for building the ark? Did Moses receive skills and ability to lead the children of Yashar'al out of Mitzrayim, Egypt? Did Yahushua, or Joshua as some people know him, receive instructions for overtaking Jericho as some know? And were the army of Yashar'al given the stamina and strength and abilities to march to Jericho as well as march around the city before the walls came tumbling down? Did Shalum, or Solomon, receive wisdom, skills, and abilities for building the temple from the Most High Yahuah? Were Yashar'al given strength to march forward and be victorious in many battles? Were Yashar'al given skills and abilities for doing battle, both spiritual and physical, from the Most High Yahuah in times past and even now? Have we been equipped with what is necessary for us to battle spiritual wickedness in high places, physical attacks, persecution? Can you think of any time in history where the Most High Father gave instructions without giving one the skills and ability to accomplish his task? Examine these scriptures. Genesis chapter 6, verses 14 through 16. Make yourself an ark of gopher wood. Make rooms in the ark and cover it inside and outside with tar. And this is how you are to make it. The length of the ark is 300 cubits. Its width 50 cubits. Its height 30 cubits. Make a window for the ark and complete it to a cubit from above. And set the door of the ark in its side. Make it with lower, second, and third decks. Does it sound like instructions given from the Most High? And from your knowledge, were these instructions executed, implemented? Did we see a demonstration as we read this whole story? How the Most High gave Noah the abilities, the skills, the talents, the resources to accomplish the task? Let us look at Exodus 14:15 through verse 22. And Yahuah said to Moshe, why do you cry to me? Speak to the children of Israel and let them go forward. Speak to the children of Yashar'al and let them go forward. And you, lift up your rod and stretch out your hand over the sea and divide it. And let the children of Yashar'al go on dry ground through the midst of the sea. And I am hardening the hearts of Mitzrites, and they follow them, and they shall follow them. And I am esteemed through Pharaoh, and over all his army, his chariots, and his horsemen. And the Mitzrites should know that I am Yahuah, when I am esteemed through Pharaoh, his chariots, and his horsemen. And the messenger of Elohim who went before the camp of Yashar'al moved and went behind them, and the column of a cloud went from before them and stood behind them. And it came between the camp of Mizraites and the camp of Yashar'al. And it was the cloud and the darkness, and it gave light by night, and the one did not come near the other all night. And Moshe stretched out his hand over the sea, and Yahuah caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all night, and made the sea into dry land, and the waters were divided. And the children of Yashar'al went into the midst of the sea on dry ground, and the waters were a wall to them on their right and on their left. That was Exodus chapter 14, verses 15 through 22. Joshua chapter 6, verses 6 through 5. Joshua chapter 6, verses 2 through 5. And Yahuah said to Yehoshua, see, I have given Jericho, and its sovereign, mighty brave men into your hands. And you shall go around the city, all the men of battle, going around the city once. Do this for 6 days. And let 7 priests bear 7 rams' horn before the ark. And on the 7th day, go around the city 7 times while the priests blow the horns. And it shall be when they make a long blast with the ram's horn, and when you hear the sound of the horn, that all the people shout with a great shout. And the wall of the city shall fall down flat, and the people shall go up, every man straight before him. So in these instructions that were given, did it come to pass? Did the walls come tumbling down? Study the scriptures, study the story, and you will see that following in the wake of the instructions from the Most High, following those instructions, and out of obedience, the tasks were accomplished successfully. And one other verse I like to share with you, 1 Kings 6:1. And it came to be in the 480th year after the children of Yashar'al had come out of the land of Mitzrayim, or Egypt as some people know, in the 4th year of the reign of Shalum, or Solomon, over Yashar'al in the month of Z, which is the 2nd month, that he began to build the house of Yahuah. How could he build the house unless he knew what to build? Unless he was given wisdom, instructions, abilities, and resources to accomplish the task. Examine the scriptures, examine the story, and you will see that Solomon, Shalum, accomplished the task at hand. Are any of these scriptures reflective of professionals, someone educated, and or entrepreneurs? Or are any of these scriptures reflective of instructions given with skills and ability to accomplish the task? How is it that we have acquired our position, our education in or business? Did it require a hardening and or a softening of heart for doors to be open for us? How is it that we maintain a sound mind and the ability to achieve? Is it because of our own prowess? Did we inherit some phenomenal gene that just makes us naturally professionals, naturally capable of being educated, whether it be through the traditional system or from a mentoring process, non-traditional systems? Or did we get our business from hard work? Or was it passed down? But how do we have the abilities to maintain it? How do we receive the abilities, the skill sets? Who is it that has given life, breath, a sound mind, and mercies beyond measure? Who is it? Have any of us considered this question? Are there things that can be done within scripture guidelines for building the true family of believers, the true nation of Yashar'al now? Are there things we could be doing now? Practical and spiritual things, things that line up with scripture. Are we filled with excuses? Have any of us asked what can be done? Or are there any living instructions that we are missing regarding the shaping of an awakening nation, Yashar'al? So much is missed, brothers and sisters. So many opportunities have in our passing. How many of us have inclined our ears to hear and our eyes to see living instructions and guidance for the building up of an awakening nation now and going forward? When will we vision, balance, and precision in this journey? It's time, my brothers and sisters, to discover true purpose. It's time to discover our skills and abilities and consider the direction we choose. It's time to make a decision, a wise decision. Let us not continue to take for granted the favor we have found with the Most High Yahuah and discover more as the Spirit of Yahusha guides us. It would be wise for us to examine each day and awaken from our slumber. It is time for us to awake and stop neglecting duties for building and executing plans that build the family believer, Yashar'al. What's your take? What's your comments? What's your position? Pray and watch for all the promises, all the skills and abilities that we've received, all that is necessary for lifting up Yahusha. We have been empowered with by favor that we found in Yashar'al and Yahusha and Yahuah. Let us know the Most High is not slack concerning his promises, his instructions, nor his guidance to us. He is not slack. Scriptures will be fulfilled, and we shall see an awakening nation. Again, professionals, educated, entrepreneurs of Yashar'al, where are you? What are you doing? What will you do? Can your directions be altered, adjusted, changed, modified? What is the call from the Spirit of Yahusha? Have we grown in discernment to hear and see what is revealed to us for moving forward? Ponder on these things. Pray on these things. Pray and watch, for some amazing things are coming. Yes, humbling events are over the horizon. And in its wake, we shall see the Almighty Yahuah have his way in these times. Make wise decisions. Choose wisely, my brothers and sisters. Be encouraged. Pause for a moment and examine the abilities and skills and resources that are before you, and become part of a family with many members that are being fitly joined together as one. Time to awake from the slumber, my brothers and sisters. Until next time, if I find favor and should find favor in the Most High, and have the breath, abilities, and resources to reach out, and am guided to speak out, I shall. Be encouraged. Until next time, Shalom. Shalom. Shalom.